Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a bit more than just another LVO video review that I've done. I put out a video 3 weeks ago talking about my sleeper picks, my pocket picks for things that could win tournaments, games pretty much, but I was speaking to mostly tournaments. And I wanted to see how those picks held up. So, gonna look through LVO, Nottingham, Uprising Adelaide, and a couple of others. Gonna look at some stats just to see what my picks did, if I was close, if I was completely off the mark. And yeah, don't really know what the meta game is shaping up to be currently. I think a lot of things got left in flux, and some things are winning out of nowhere, and some things are losing more than people expected. So, want to go through that and see what happened. If you want my full thoughts on why I had these picks, that video is 3 weeks back. What I think could win right now, right? Now let's get into it. So my first pick was Dark Angels, Lion Blade Task Force. Oh, by the way, once again, these were sleeper picks, so not just things that I knew would win. I've already ranted about Blood Angels. I knew that shit was fucking cracked. Angelic Inheritors. I've talked about Death Watch a lot. Like, not just things that I knew would win, things that I said, hey, if somebody actually took them, you might have a decent shot. And well, I've seen absolutely nobody take Lion's Blade Task Force. So let's hop over to Stat Check. Shout out Stat Check. Uh, Go check them out. Let's see if Dark Angels did anything here. Lion's Blade Task Force, is anybody doing it? No. Off the mark for Lion's Blade Task Force, as it currently stands. So, that one's a no go. That's a strike against me. Do I still feel that it could do things? I mean, everybody's trying to take out bikes right now. I really can't see why this can't go with the flow. Everybody's taking Virtus Praetors. Um, what was the other one? I just saw a bike list for somebody, and I can't remember who it was. Was it Blood Angels? Shit, maybe it was Dark Angels. I don't know. I just saw a Space Marine list with bikes, and I'm just saying, I don't understand how it's not working over here too. I understand that the Raven Wing have their own detachment for that, but come the fuck on, no. So I still have faith in this. Maybe not win tournaments, faith, but better than what was it? 33% win rate, faith. Moving on to the next pick, Army of Faith. Oh, speaking of faith, nobody took the shit. Nobody took the shit, and then let's go look over to stat check. Sisters at the bottom. Sisters are struggling overall. So, like, yeah, this is a knock against me, but only 4 people have tried it, and they have a 33% win rate. So, like, I don't know if that's a testament. You have 29 people up here. 4, 4, 5, 4, 6. So, like, what we do know is you should stop with Bringers of Flame. Like, that can cut it out. I'm not willing to give up on Army of Faith yet because that was like ridiculous. Steven Box was going on a run and nobody did anything about that. So I don't know. I think Army of Faith still has legs. Sisters players gotta figure out what the thing to do is. You need to take more units that give you miracle dice instead of just having oodles of them. That's the take. So, Army of Faith, a wash. Halo's Creed Battleclade. Also a bit of a wash, unfortunately. I think people are taking steps towards Halo's Creed. What's the win rate looking like so far for this one? Because I know it didn't have too many great placings. Halo's Creed, 47. Alright, and 4-0 event start, 6%. So 6% of the people, 51, had a 4-0 event start compared to the other ones. Alright, not too bad. Am I looking at the right one? Was that Red Zone? Yeah, no, that was Halo. Um, yeah. I mean, look, I think each day, AdMech, the few AdMech players are getting closer to honing the Halo's Creed Battleclade list, right? I think people are learning more about the weapon loadouts that you need to take and the units you need to take. We're seeing nobody is taking giant Death Star units like I think a lot of us thought it was going to be. It's a lot more infantry spammy, but we have seen. I mean, I was going to say we have seen Cataphren, but they're still infantry. I keep forgetting. So, like, even to that extent, just looking a lot more infantry spammy. No robots, no fleets of vehicles. I guess I don't know. It's getting there. So, but this again is another wash against me. Didn't place too well at tournaments. Then we go on to Failhammer. Still, nobody is taking Failhammer CSM. What are we looking like down here? Has anybody taken it? 39% out of 4 people? I say that's not bad. 39%? Don't know how we landed at 39%. Oh, right, of games, right. 39% of 22 games played? I'll take that. I'll take that. That's over a third for out of 22 games. That's not too bad. For the people that have been willing to try it, that's not too bad. Now, I do want to see what's going on here. Maybe that'll be a separate video, because you know I like the Soul Forge War Pack. But yeah, for that, not too bad. 4 players, 22 games played, 39% win rate. That's fine. CSM moving over to an interesting one. I said Scintillating Legion. And guess what won a tournament? Uprising Adelaide, Matt Morsali, Scintillating Legion. Mom, we have good army list at home. That's pretty funny. Hey, that's one for me. A pretty big one, because that was probably the least likely out of all of my picks, if I'm being honest. I mean, okay, I guess Failhammer might have been less likely, because nobody's trying it. And then nobody's trying this, but at least it's new, so I guess technically it's the, like, second least likely. Third, whatever. It was down there in not having faith, but here we go. And it did the thing. So, we take that. Then Death Guard. No wins. But Death Guard was cooking. Death Guard. 3 in the top 16. 6, 7, 8, 9 in the top 100 of LVO. Alright. Okay. Nottingham. What was Nottingham like? Death Guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in the top 100? Okay. Uprising Adelaide. Death Guard. Death Guard. Not too many takers, huh? Interesting. Not too many takers. But hold on. Not too many takers. Out of 9, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 9 top 100, though. But how big was Adelaide again? 178. Okay, so maybe not the same degree as it, but not too bad. Not too bad. So, Death Guard has been making waves, and then we go over here. 50. Flat 50, okay. No event wins. Don't know why I had to break it down. Flyblown Host, though. Taking an early lead for the 9 players. Okay. Alright. Remember when Death Guard players were trying very hard to convince everybody else that that rule wasn't good for Flyblown Host? Huh, funny. Pettiness aside, though. The change to Mortarion. I know it's not in every list, but from what I've seen, now this could be confirmation bias. I'll be 100% honest. This next sentence could probably be confirmation bias. But from what I've seen, that Mortarion change is indeed bigger than people expected, because the fact that you can now deep strike Mortarion means that he's not getting shot turn one. He doesn't just have to get off the board. By the time he makes it to mid board, he's taking a beating and then pops. You can take him and Rodriguez down on that turn two, turn three, and play the game, and that's pretty big. So, Death Guard in combination with contagions affecting the things that people. What I thought, my reasoning, I will say, I think my Death Guard reasoning, if I remember correctly, might have been off for why I thought it would do well. But I guess to that point, it probably did knock out what I think it was going to knock out, but ended up not being enough to knock out what ended up winning. So I think that's where I am with Death Guard. Death Guard. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. Now, Tau. I said auxiliary cadre, right? Of course I did. And Tau, what have we seen for you? Okay. There's an event win with auxiliary cadre. That was. Huh. Don't know if it was a. Don't think it. Well, not of the big tourneys lately. And if I'm being honest, I only pulled this one up. Well, no knock against Australia, but I pulled that one up just to say that I call Zinch winning something. But Auxiliary Cadre does have a win and has a solid win rate, so all right, we take that. Now, mind you, this was updated last week, so I should also keep that in mind. Uh, Stats could be a little bit better in a week or in a day or so, whatever. Um, could be a little bit of that too. But Tau, fair enough. GSC, I had Outlander Claw. Now, this is one of the entries into which I didn't call it, but I called around it. Okay? GSC, Outlander Claw. I figured that it was the best option for what's going on. To that point, have we seen people bring it? Have we seen people bring it? Okay. Wait, hold on now. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that. And you might be asking why I didn't say Final Day, even though I think it's really fucking good. I see some of the pitfalls because I played Heritage. So, I said Outlander Claw. Okay. As we know, Host of Ascension did pretty well at LVO. Um, Outlander Claw by Sanctic Research has a tourney win. So, I said GSC was still alive and well. Alright, I'll take that much. Outlander Claw. Okay, maybe the dream is still alive on specifically Outlander Claw, though. Maybe the dream's still alive. And then finally, I had Reaper's Wager Drukari. And as we saw, Skari did well at LVO with Sky Splinter Assault. Alright, that's what that's called. So I could literally just go over here. Um, yeah, Sky Splinter Assault. So, now, here's the caveat, right? I do have to say, you'd go, so where did Drukari do beyond Skari, right? Didn't do hot there. Let's see, Drukari. Not too bad. Not too bad. And Drukari while we're here for the hell of it. Two people. So you'd go, that is literally just Skari is built different, right? And that's fair. What was Wyatt on? What were we on? Were we on Reapers? Okay. 4 and 2 on Reapers. 4 and 2 on Reapers. 4 and 2 on Sky Splinter. Reapers. Okay, 4 and 2 on Reapers for a lot of that. Nottingham. What are we doing? 5-1. That's not too bad. Daniel, 5-1. Okay, so the records aren't too bad. The thing about Drukari that I still stand by is that they have anti fuck you, right? They have anti I don't need to really worry about the strength or the toughness of my weapon per se. Sorry, toughness of my weapon. I don't need to worry about the strength of my weapon into the toughness of your thing because I have anti on every fucking thing. So to that extent, it is very play that game and then you take the good things out of Reaper's Wager. Now I will say, this is I guess a pet peeve backslash gripe. I get it, right? How little of the allies do you need to take in some of these detachments? Talons of the Emperor, we're seeing like one squad of sisters because the stratagems are good. Reaper's Wager, we're seeing like a Death Jester because the stratagems are good. What's another one that we've seen? Auxiliary Cadre, it's like one squad of Vespid, a 5 man of Vespid, and then this is the thing that I don't get about Tau. I know this is not your turn anymore, but it's just like, okay, so you didn't take any more Vespid, and then you filled the Vespid backslash crew slot with stealth battle shoots. How does that make sense? I don't know. They achieved the same goal. Don't really get it. But yeah. So a lot of people are really trying their damnedest to not bring allies for these allied attachments, and I don't think that's wise. I don't, if I'm being honest. Um, yeah. So for what it's worth, Reaper's Wager and Drukari think they're okay. Do I still think they can win a tournament? Hmm. Hmm. Good question. Do I think in the current state of the game they could win a tournament? So, Guard and Elves are getting their book this weekend, I believe. Um, and, huh. How's that for Drukari? Huh. Maybe. Drukari might actually be decent in the upcoming months. Because everybody's just going to play those two armies just for the, not even for the sake of like if they're that busted. Spoiler, I don't think they are. Um, but they look fun enough. I don't I don't think they're just going to be factions that carry your opponent. I think there's a little bit more finesse required compared to some other goofy shit. So yeah, I think if we stop dicking around and actually play Reaper's Wager and actually play Auxiliary Cadre and actually play is that all the other ally stuff I have? Actually play fucking Deathwing and Ravenwing. You know what? Fuck it. Maybe Dark Angels. Maybe this is your pass. Maybe get out there and do what everybody else fucking does, and only take one half of this in this detachment and see how that works out. Uh, but yeah, think it's think it's fair. So overall, let's see. We got miss, miss, not applicable. Okay, wait. Not applicable. Not applicable. Miss. Not applicable. Hit. I'm calling that a hit. Miss. Wait, no, it had a win. It had a win. Yeah, it had a win. Hit, miss, miss. Yeah, it's like point five, right? Point five, point five, point five, point five. One, 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 or four. Not applicable. miss, not applicable, not applicable. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And I know you'd be like, yo, you're giving yourself too much credit there, bud. I mean, fine. We could take off the like point fives here. That's three. So, that's not too bad. Okay, and then not applicables. Not applicables, that's like somebody still had to take it, right? If nobody's taking the shit, don't fucking count. That's my whole point. That people had to take it. And if they took it, they'd be doing okay. But nobody took the shit. Nobody took this. Nobody took this. People took it and just didn't pan out. Nobody took it. Person took it and it panned out. People took it, relatively panned out. Like that's pretty good results across the tourneys. Uh, Took it and it panned out. Didn't take it, but GSC is still okay. Took it. You know what? I'll take that back. People took it and it didn't pan out, so I won't even put the point five either. But yeah, that's not too bad for vibes on the meta game for me to have incorrect reasoning. Not, was it incorrect reasoning though? I give myself some crap for that, but because ultimately the argument is these are going to do good based on what people are bringing. Was my argument at the core of it, right? And people brought those things, and it handled those things. It just didn't handle the things that were going to handle those things that were going to handle those things, right? So yeah, that's all right. I can sleep at night with that review under my belt. So what we learned today is I don't know shit about Imperium. Surprise, surprise. Um, I know more about Chaos than I figured, and maybe less about Genos than I figured. No, that's a hit. That's actually a decent win rate. That's a decent. What's the win rate? Actually, what's the win rate here? Drukari. Drukari at 51? Okay. And Reapers at 50? Fine. We're doing alright. But yeah, I'll shut up now. Those were my takes. We'll think about crafting another one, because that video was actually kind of fun. But yeah, if you liked the video, like it. Got a comment from me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.